Hi, my name is DeAndre. I'm speaking on behalf of Talking Shit. I want everybody to go right now to their computer, and I want everybody to think about this president in the way of a neighbor and a guy that is trying to help and be a middle class saver. Yesterday it was released that Barack had said at a conference that the economy was fine for the business owners, and he said the private sector is doing fine. And I believe what Barack Obama meant by that is that if you open up the books to any of these hedge fund corporation ass oil company big booming people that run these major companies, they have over $1 trillion in assets and earnings from the past several years. What they've done is they've cut a certain part of our society out of the equation. So when Barack Obama was talking about the private sector, he wasn't talking about the private citizen. He was talking about the big-time money-making guys like Bain Capital. You go up and up Bain Capital's books and you tell me that they're not doing fine, okay? You look at some of the assets and the earnings of people like Mitt Romney and you tell me that they're not doing fine. You look at the shit that is going on in this country right now, and the mind games that you're trying to play on us, and you want to target my president. It's terrorism. It's a sociological terrorism to lie on this man and now create this leaky ass, atmosphere that Barack Obama is of no good because leaks in the cabinet, and trying to undermine the very camp that has kept him afloat and has really helped get them by their throat, I think. And then for the Supreme Court to not see the Citizens United decision as, Las Vegas-izing, there's a reason why guys like Donald Trump can fit into, the society of politics and what it really means today. A guy like Donald Trump trying to have the final word and try to have the voice of integrity in regards to this democracy is really frightening. He's an imbecile, and even George Will knows it. I mean, the bottom line is that Barack Obama needs our help. And I'm sending out this special video right now, this special podcast, to ask you to go to the computer and click vote for Barack.org or the Obama.org or Obama.com or whatever, and go in there and vote and vote, pass your vote early by giving us your donation now. When I say us, I mean the team. The Barack Obama campaign needs your $3 or $4 or $5 as a citizen. Not as part of the private sector. I'm proud of my president because he's pissing those people off. And there are regulations. The reason why we have so many regulations is because their current way of manipulation. And they manipulate a system that is supposedly based on somewhat of an honor system. And they violated that when they took us to the brink of total economical destruction. So there's a new sheriff in town. And his skin is a little brown. But don't try to get angry or try to keep him from being around. The man is going to stay in town 4 more years. These tears mean 4 more years. I support Barack Obama, and I believe that he is a winner, and I approve of this message as a person who runs this little branch of talking shit toward what we need for this country. This is Barack Obama's friend right here. And I sent the earlier podcast out to Barack personally. I'm going to personalize this one again. Barack, if you can hear me, we helping you. Don't you worry about it. We got your back, brother. We got your back. We know what they're doing. We know the lies they're telling, and we know the games they're playing. And all this leaky stuff, it's all bullshit. And Diane, I voted for you, and I'm still going to support you. And I know you got to do your job, and I know you're a part of the Intelligence Committee, and I know that you have a responsibility to seek out those leaks. I'm not mad at you. But I refuse to sit here and bastardize a president who captured and killed Osama bin Laden, man. who got the second in command of Al-Qaeda less than a week ago. It took President Bush all those years in office to not get him. And Barack did it in his first term, you know. And that's just because, you know what? He knows what he's doing. He may not be perfect. He said it at the fundraiser in New York last week. He didn't say nothing about being perfect. But if you want somebody that's effective, that cares about people, and that works based on your support and what you're doing, then that's the guy you need, man. We need to continue to support Barack Obama. That's all for this emergency message. I just had to get that out, man, without all the hoopla from our regular way of presenting this program, that we need you to support and vote for Barack Obama. We need you to go to the computers right now and donate that $3 or $4 or $5 to let him know that we mean business. He's got our back. He wants us to be able to go to the doctor and learn. So he's an enemy because he wants us to be able to go to the doctor and go to school and learn. Oh, okay. Yeah, and we're supposed to believe that he's the enemy. All right, Mitt, we got you, brother. You know, I bet his kids ain't got to worry about it being educated. Oh, that's right, because they're not doing fine enough to put all those CDs together, special education accounts for their children. They're not doing fine? That doesn't make sense. They are doing fine. He was right. That 1% of the private sector that holds on to that money that they made from these past several years, they have that money, they are doing fine. You know, it's guys like some of these guys in the community where the headquarters here over here, where, people are struggling, man. But the private sector, that private sector of people, the job creators are doing fine. To the point where they ain't even got to create no jobs. They don't have to create any jobs. That's how fine they're doing.